It is time for INnoVation to take on Zest. Here we are in the bottom right-hand side of the map. It is INnoVation.
And in the top left, it is Zest. Winner of Katowice 2020.
I thought he was runner-up.
No.
He lost to some Zerg. Yeah, right?
I thought he won it.
I thought he lost to Rogue or something.
Wikipedia.
Or Dark, maybe?
Best.
He beat Cyril, but then he lost to another Zerg, I thought.
Nope, you're right. He did lose to Rogue in the final. Huh. I just remember that win over Cyril. I was like, that's it, we're done.
Yep.
That's the tournament.
I just remember a tweet from Risky just back at IEM. It's like, because there were so many upsets that tournament, and it was just, Zest is going to win IEM, and no one's going to understand why. Because all he does is 2-base all in.
Yep.
And, I mean, he beat
by
Cyril.
golly, sometimes it works. Yep.
Okay. This SCV is trying to repel that probe. I just want to say that I lost an SCV to a probe on the ladder the other day. I forgot how that felt, so...
It's good to be reminded.
Yep. It's nice to be humbled like that sometimes. You're just, well, why do I play this game? Adept is being chrono boosted out for Zest.
What are your thoughts on PvT recently? As someone who plays it from both sides.
Well, it depends on the level. At my level, I still really enjoy playing Protoss because it's so hard to control against all the forms of AoE or the mass charge lots that Protoss can make.
Right.
And so when I find myself playing Terran, I have quite a tough time against that mass AoE. It's that sort of thing, which I think Protoss is better at a lower level, but at a pro level, which is the only thing people care about, not my ladder experience, I'd say guys with good APM make the AoE that Protoss has, like Disruptors, like Psystorm, look like it's not enough. And
right.
So I'm honestly fine with the way the matchup is at a pro level for the minute. Like, the Terrans seem to be doing fine.
Yeah, it does seem like for a long time there, Terrans were complaining about they were terrible versus Protoss, and then something flipped, and all of a sudden Terran is doing a lot better, and it just feels more like an even matchup for whatever reason.
The Ghost buff is a big part of it.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I think Disruptors can make Terran's life still a little bit tough, because you try and EMP the High Templar, then you get hit by a Disruptor. It's like, well, why do I bother?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the EMP buff was a huge one. Like, getting Enhanced Shockwave makes life so much better for Terrans.
Is this a Widowmine drop with Drilling Claws?
It is. INnoVation. What a guy.
Wow.
And I get the feeling that he's going to do a Marine push with this too, because he's reactoring out Marines. He's getting Drilling Claws. I love this build.
It's like a delayed Widowmine drop, but has 4 additional aspects to it that makes it scarier.
Yeah, I love Drilling Claw drops against Protoss players, as they have to have their observers in position. The Mines Burrow is so quick. The normal amount of Stalkers don't shut it down in time. And then you have Drilling Claws just to go later into the game.
And Zest is taking a 3rd base. Well, INnoVation doesn't seem to be interested in doing that at all right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is normal Protoss 3rd base time in PvT.
Right, but if INnoVation's 2-basing you, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, Zest is trying to scout with this hallucination, and it looks like he will sneak in and see the armory, see the third base, so very important scouts for the Protoss if he can defend versus this drop. And he does have an observer in place. He's got a good number of Blink Stalkers. He has enough to one-shot this medivac. Oh, holy moly! Widowmine's gonna burrow! Oh, not quite enough to one-shot it, but this will still be shut down quite easily by Zest.
That medevac made it out.
Wow.
That was crazy.
That is a lucky medivac.
Copenhagen DOS in chat. Yep, Inno wins the first map, but loses the next 3.
Okay.
All right, Copenhagen DOS, here we go.
Let's see that prediction. I mean, INnoVation isn't in an awful spot. And against Zest, who's got such a wild card PvP, or PvT, I mean, I don't think it's as bad for INnoVation to macro up. Because Zest is the Protoss who will be like, play the late game. Why do that when I can just warp in a bunch of charge lots and try and kill you? Which I think does improve the Terran's odds a little bit.
The late game is for chumps.
Exactly.
Alright, so Inno's command center for the third is finally done here at 6 minutes, which is like abominably late for TVZ, but it's fine here against Protoss. And I think Zest is in a fine position. What did he lose? 3 probes and like a stalker to that attack?
Yeah, INnoVation does have drilling claws for later in the game though, which is quite nice if you want to just keep dropping later on. And we're gonna see him queuing up 2 more medivacs, but Zest just puts his observers in position. Oh, did he see that one? I guess he didn't. Oh, in come these mines to the natural. Probes are running, but these boys are burrowing quick. Oh my gosh, those probes got away. Good reaction by Zest.
Zest killing it, man.
Zest is so smart.
Well, and it's not just intelligence. It's like you gotta react perfectly too.
Oh yeah.
He's so good.
Double Colossus being produced by Zest.
INnoVation's moving, so you better get those Colossus ready. I'm not sure there's much to handle this much bio right now.
I think Zest will be fine. He's gonna get out 2 Colossus in the next 20 seconds.
Not making extended thermal? He's not getting Lance.
Some Protoss do this. Maybe he couldn't afford to fire it up, but in typical Zest fashion, he's floating 1,000 minerals. Should be a big zealot. Should be a big zealot warp in though.
Let's just say he can afford extended thermal Lance.
Yeah, and he's already forced these mines to burrow once or twice. Like, these Colossus are going to be out in a second. Zest just needs to buy, like, 5 seconds. Drag this fight out a little bit. And once the Colossus are out, I think he'll be able to shut this down.
Okay, but that's 6 probes down and direct fire on your Nexus. And then the Colossus are like, blah, blah.
Yeah, War of the Worlds. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. That said, INnoVation's not going home.
No.
Like, you know what? You have Colossus, so what? I'm going to stick
Zest
around.
needs an observer. I guess INnoVation maybe sniped it. He didn't snipe the observer, so where's your observer, Zest? INnoVation has been scanning for them. Like, Zest actually not having an observer in position, I think, has delayed him cleaning this up. Widowmine's getting shots off.
INnoVation charging into the natural base. The door's wide open.
The sentry very delayed to warp into help.
Wow.
Does not block that off. Zest floating a lot of money. Shutting down this attack, however. Widowmine's still burrowed underneath him.
Yeah, Zest is just kind of matter-of-factly not losing a lot
Oh,
here.
these Colossus, no!
Ooh!
Oh, that was not good for Zest.
Marauders, the age-old answer to Colossus for Terran, ever since the beginning.
You don't leave your Colossus unattended.
So now the counterattack from Zest is pushing out. INnoVation's...
Oh. These Widowmines, man. Where's the observer?
Menace.
There's the observer.
Right there.
INnoVation starting to build Vikings. He did more with that push than I honestly expected. Like, so often we see the Protoss be like, oh, your push is coming in, I just need to hold on a second, and 13 probes just died, 17 probes just died.
Wow, INnoVation is not letting Zest rest over on that side. So it's 48 to 69 workers. INnoVation is in a wonderful economic spot right now. Zest really can't get in here to do much. There's just too many Marauders. The Vikings are in play. I don't know if there are enough Stalkers to deal with the Vikings, to be honest with you.
I mean, the Colossus are doing work, and another one did just show up. Zest is all in here, make no mistake. His Colossus are getting sniped down by these Marauders, and that will be all that INnoVation needs. He's got so many Marauders now to slaughter these Stalkers. Zest, honestly, like, he just got bopped and fell apart.
He did.
That was not the PvT I was expecting to see from Zest.
I mean, Zest isn't dead. His base is alive. He's only at
he's
48 probes,
Tostitos.
but he can make up for that. Is he still?
There's more Widow Mines! Oh my god! Just not even cleaned up.
I need to interview Zest after this and ask him why he skipped extended thermal lens. I don't understand.
Why do you hate observers, Zest?
Yeah, that too. When INnoVation opens with Widow Mines that can burrow and stay cloaked forever, where are your observers?
Cleaning up Widow Mines is really important.
And this is pretty
7
good.
more just
out of
died.
Zest. I like this. Is he still? Oh my gosh.
Oh, Zest is so dead, it's not even funny.
He keeps trying. He keeps trying to like get his economy back, and then every time he does, more Widow Mines show up.
And then I'll fly his Prism into a turret that INnoVation built.
Oh. Oh my gosh. This hurts.
Look at the supply. Zest is building 2 Immortals.
Sure. INnoVation's working on all of the units, including Enhanced Shockwave.
Oh, yes. Immortals don't lose their hardened shields from advanced shockwaves, which is nice, at least, I guess.
Sure.
But if you're Zest, you need disruptors or Psystorm, preferably both, and a 4th base, which INnoVation has. Zest warped in a ton of sentries. I guess he had a lot of extra gas.
Oh, sure. Force fields, man. Force field and prey. Stalkers running into INnoVation's 4th base. Gonna get a couple mules here, which is nice, and then get out. Stalker's decent at that kind of thing. But yeah, Zest, you're on 3 bases. INnoVation has 4. Army supply is 100 to 58.
And there's no AoE to make up for that difference.
None.
1 Colossus, 2 Immortals, and a Dream. Is Zest gonna push?
I mean, it's either that or sit back and wait to die. That little group at the top, 4 Stalkers, got caught out.
A Dark Shrine goes up. I mean, I like that.
One behind. I don't know if it's going to finish, though.
Yeah, these Immortals not gonna cut it. Sentries all get EMP'd.
Oh, the EMPs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the EMPs are so good.
Okay,
right.
GG. Let's go to game number 2. Let's forget about that one.
Zest is in a weird spot. Where'd my camera go? There you go. I'm back. Sorry. That was weird.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Extended thermal lance. He must have just forgot. There's no way he like made an intentional decision to make that many Colossus and not get lance. There's no way.
I wonder if Zest played a warm-up game. I get the feeling Zest didn't play a warm-up game. He just
yeah, that would make sense.
sometimes players just roll out of bed and for a Freak World because it's earlier in the morning for Korea.
Yep.
And they're just like, all right, let's do this online tournament. Let's go.
Sounds like a plan here on Everdream.
I want to thank everyone who has used those Matcherino coupons, though. Somnicron saying LaughNgamez is a penguin-hating monster.
Which,
The $10 contribution.
depending on your point of view.
We can get into that one later.
Yep.
All right, in the bottom left-hand side of the map, he's in trouble if he plays like that. It's Zest.
And in the top right, you know him and love him. He is INnoVation.
Yeah, we do love INnoVation. He's setting up to have a good year this year.
Looks like we have Aki in chat here too. Welcome me back after my camera mishap. So thanks, Aki, for looking out for me. Cannon rush. I mean, it's not a cannon rush, but let's get one of those, eh? Here You're good at those, Zest. Cannon Rush.
Versus Zerg, I say yes. Versus Terran,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, it's fun.
It is fun. I mean, if I was to play INnoVation, I would probably pick a Cannon Rush.
Yeah, there you go. That's the
But
spirit.
if I was Zest and really good, I'd be like, you know what? Let's play it out a little bit.
Hey, Duddles and Somicron are here too. What's up, Duddles and Somicron? Duddles and Somicron are the Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man meme. They both hearted at the same time.
Aw. Sharing the love.
So much love.
That is a wholesome meme right there.
It's a good one. Yeah, anyway. Anywho, Reaper on the way.
Wow, there is a lot of people being kicked in chat. Is there like a coup
realized-
going on?
I know, what's going on? They trying to overthrow the mods? Don't get kicked, you guys. Be nice. What is happening?
I don't think there's like any mods or whatever, so...
I'm not kicking them. The Africa owner is here, says CJD. Okay. All right, be on your best behavior, everyone.
Yeah, I know
Play nice.
the CEO has come into chat once or twice, which is really cool, Kevin.
Nice.
Twilight Council on the way for Zest, paying attention to the game. Adept, trying to shoo away that Reaper. Yeah, I think we'll see a much better game for Zest this match.
I mean, honestly, it'd be hard to be much worse.
Yeah, that was just no good. Blink is on the way for Zest. I love this PVT opening.
Yeah, it's aggressive. It's solid. In the hands of a good player, it gets a lot of stuff done, usually.
Mm-hmm.
Duddles claims to be the one kicking everybody. Duddles, knock it off.
Just going on a rampage.
Uh-huh. I don't believe him. It's jokes. Cyclone on the way for INnoVation, which, again, is just really good. That is a quick third CC. That is much faster than game one.
Yeah. Terrans, man, lately have not been afraid to go for a third CC consistently. It's always 3 CC for days.
Yeah, and it seems to work out for her more often than not. But yeah, Cyclone just good at dealing with like scouting Phoenix and Oracles and stuff, and Warp Prisms that try to jump in and get stuff done. Cyclone just good at rebuffing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I used
like
to
it.
just be like, Cyclones are such a pain and never bother with them in my openings, but I'm starting to appreciate their value. Then Cyclone into Siege Tank more of a muscly defense, and then it gives you quite a well-rounded macro opening for Terran. Also, Rocket81 in chat saying, hello from Bakersfield, California. I say hello.
Hello, Rocket. Thank you for hanging out.
Not all North Americans are asleep yet.
They want me to name a Reaper. It's too late for that. We're already 5 minutes into the game.
He's in a bunker. Call him Bunker Bill.
Bunker Bill. Unlike other Reapers in his squad, he was too afraid to move out, so he sat in the bunker the whole game. The end.
Well, there was a coup in chat earlier. Maybe there was a coup in INnoVation's army, and the Reaper's like, nope, not happening. Not doing it.
I'm sitting here until it's safe.
Okay, I like how Zest is opening up. We see observers in defensive positions, another one moving out. Pylon at the back of his base, Stalkers poking and prodding. He's trying to get that bunker, doesn't quite. Making INnoVation sweat a little bit. Then he has Charge, +1 on the way. A Prism. I like the Prism. Zest is really good with a Prism, making a Terran pull back. Have to focus more on the defense. Sometimes you just straight up win a game with a good warp in. And then a Templar Archives as well to get in those muscly Archons. I dig it.
I like it. The plan is coming together. Man, 800 people in the stream today.
It is awesome to see that many people tuning in.
Hey, everybody in here, be sure to hit that thumbs up button below the stream to give the stream
Bill.
a like.
He
Bill,
did.
no! Oh, he was right.
This is what happens when you leave home.
He was right to want to stay in the bunker.
Instead, his home got dismantled and he was evicted.
Oh, Bill. We knew thee for too short a time, Bill. Zest is getting storm. We're starting to do the stuff that Terrans struggle with. Remember what I said about cyclones and warp prisms? There it is.
Well,
Get out, warp prism.
Zest pulls it away. He almost gets a medivac. That would be nice.
That would be good. Stalkers just sharking around trying to get stuff happening.
These zealots are like, fine, we'll hang out here, I guess.
I guess we'll live on the edge of the world.
Storm is on the way for Zest. I wasn't necessarily expecting him to actually go for Storm, and seeing as how he's Zest and just make a bunch of Archons, but anytime a Protoss makes Storm, I am a fan. Most powerful spell in the game, he's got it in the Prism, which will keep them safe from ghosts. As long as Zest doesn't let that Prism get massacred by a bunch of Marines, all will be well.
You think it's the most... Yeah.
Alright, Zest starting to push forward. Zealots tanking Widow Mines, meaning the mines are out of the equation. And Zest can do a big warping or two to reinforce this. Is he just going to go super aggressive?
Medevac picked off there very nicely. Yeah, Zest wants to go in there. They've got their ghosts. Are in the way. Whoa, aggressive blink forward here.
Templar
Guardian
coming in,
shield
dropping
is
the
up.
Storm, hitting a lot of the Terran units. Is Zest going to go for the win? The Prism still being here for a warping is huge. INnoVation's going to get mines burrowing to hit these Zealots, but they actually get shut down. Did Zest just win the game? Oh boy.
That's what we're looking for. Zest has woken up. He's ready to compete. Holy smokes. He just went crazy on army value there at about 7 minutes. It was neck and neck. And then Zest was just like, I'm just going to make 1 million of everything and kill you. Huh. Yeah, economically they were pretty much at the same place, but Zest was just able to get that economy up. Get that army up and rolling, and just showed up with too much stuff. The storm was done. It was time to go. He gets the win.
Very well done.
Hot diggity.
Hot diggity dog.
Whew.
That's the Zest I wanted to see.
Aggressive, gets the storm out. Aggressive blinks, Guardian Shield. Avoiding Widow Mines. Beautiful.
And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a tied series in the bottom left-hand side of the map. It's INnoVation.
And in the top right, he is Zest.
That is the Zest I like to see, the killer's instinct. Like, not a lot of Protoss, I feel, would do that. Just be like, you know, today's the day you die.
It's just time to get in there and go.
INnoVation, changing it up a little bit. Plopping down his barracks. In a bit of a hidden spot.
It's the Mind Games. It's the Mind Games location.
Being like, hey Zest, remember 2018 when every Terran proxied every time?
Have some PTSD.
Deal with this. That is one of the things that I enjoy for PvT, is that you can open up with, say, a double gas opener, or you can open up more macro-oriented, gives the matchup a lot of depth.
It's nice. So Zest is going to get here and see double gas, no barracks out of INnoVation.
Yeah, and Zest now starts paying attention to his probe as he gets to the mineral line. He was like, whoa, 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 wait a second. Where is that barracks? Oh, he's maybe going to see the Oh, INnoVation's so smart.
I don't know if he saw the SCV.
He didn't.
It's like, what is no, I can't get in.
Whoa.
Then there's a factory.
And the SCV's like, no, curse you, RNG.
Get to the
I'm
other
getting
side.
tased in the back because of... Oh my gosh.
Oh,
This SCV has to just run. It just has
that
to run
hurts.
for days.
That delay on the factory.
INnoVation is so sad right now. He's like, okay, I'll show that I didn't actually go for the real proxy just to kill this probe. I hate that probe.
That probe must die.
And all of a sudden, Zest is like, oh, cool, you didn't actually go for the proxy, so he cancels his Zealot, Chrono boosts out his Stalker, and he says, cool beans. There's the CC for INnoVation on the high ground, taking the Protoss counter threat very serious. Okay. Another barracks for INnoVation. Tech lab. Is this going to be like an early tank push, maybe? Except, I'm thinking a tank push.
It's feeling like it.
Cyclone for starters, the safety clone.
Yes, safety clone.
Oh, poor Reaper. Oh, Zest's so smart. Oh, Reaper does see the robo at least, though.
Got some information back home. That's good.
Oh, another racks for INnoVation. 3 racks play. The aggression is real out of our Terran today.
Can't say I disagree. You don't want to deal with Zest once he's on 3 bases and has Storm and Colossus and Disruptors, apparently.
No, or apparently all he needs is Psystorm or Prism, and then he'll kill you.
Right. That might be it.
INnoVation moving out with his Cyclone. I kind of find this cute. He saw the Robo, so he knows there's no air units he has to look out for. He's going to check the 3rd base. If INnoVation moves the Cyclone out, scans and kills the Observer as it's crossing the map, he is a literal god. Instead, he's just going to bully a Stalker.
But he's got friends. It's hard to bully someone who has friends on the premises.
That is true. Phoenix will cross the map. Yeah. This will be scouted. The tank push is going to come. Very early tank push from INnoVation. Zest should spot this, spot the lack of units too. So he'll be like, oh, hey, INnoVation, where's all your units?
Oh, they're not at home. That's weird.
Hey, what's that all about? I guess I should start making some things. Oh, there we go. At the 3rd, or at the Watchtower, INnoVation not actually pushing in yet.
Yeah, it's really interesting. He just decided to make a ton of stuff and like sit there at the Zelnaga Watchtower.
I mean, he's probably gonna push, right?
I don't see why he wouldn't. Extended Thermal Lance coming in from Zest, though. He didn't forget today. Not in this one.
Yeah, and I honestly don't mind a push from INnoVation, because tanks aren't half bad against 1 or 2 Colossus.
Right.
And the lack of charge. The main thing that shuts down these pushes is the charge lots.
And I don't see any.
No charge yet.
Alright, INnoVation decides it's time to move. Let's take a sneaky way up to that base.
Yeah, I like this, because if the Protoss knows your attack is coming, they'll step out with their Stalkers and try and delay you. Cyclone steps forward, gets a lock onto a unlucky Stalker. The Siege Tank's starting to move forward. Cat's out of the bag on this one. INnoVation is pushing. No SCVs with this, but Stim Marines are stepping forward, trying to kill the Sentries, getting on top of the Colossus. There was only one, and it goes down. Now, this is very odd, though, as it's pretty much just Siege Tanks.
Yeah, that's not good. Reinforcing Bio needs to get up here and support these guys, or they're going to die pretty quick. That said, we got some Marines up. We're firing directly on the Nexus. Is there enough from Zest to break this? 1 tank down instantly.
Yeah, good move from Zest. Uses the Colossus to absorb the tank shots, and then just retreats, uses the shield battery to heal up. Will INnoVation be able to crack this 3rd? I get the feeling it won't. Colossus can't push in more until that extra shield battery's done, though.
Tanks able to re-siege up without being harassed there. That's a big deal, and now all 3 tanks are firing on that Nexus.
Here comes Zest. Pulling
We go.
probes.
Probes getting pulled into the mix too. All the bio is gone. The tanks are firing. A reinforcing tank does show up, but it looks like INnoVation is going to get kicked off this front porch of Zest after losing a few probes and a lot of health off of that Nexus.
Yeah, Zest does end up getting the hold there, and he did a really good job of that, dancing the Colossus, absorbing the tank shots. Really well done. INnoVation getting a third base on location, knowing that he needs any little edge he can get. He's going to at least have +1 going for him, which will be nice. I'm not sure what he should do, though, to try and play this game out.
Yeah, we're pretty even at this stage. Army count, worker count, pretty much close to the same. Both players are on 3 bases. Upgrades across the board are looking good for both players. Concussive Shells is done. Marauder production continuing, obviously, for INnoVation, as we saw in Game 1 and 2.
Yeah. Something that I want to point out that's actually really good for INnoVation is the fact that Zest's Twilight was so late. The lack of there being any blink or any charge makes it so much better for INnoVation to follow through. Otherwise, Killer Zest could have just moved across the map and potentially killed INnoVation.
Yep. It's definitely an option for sure. Boy, Zest's army defending looks so small at that third base. He does warp in a bunch of stalkers to make it look a little bit more substantial.
Yeah, he's splitting his forces. Got the shield batteries at the third, too. But INnoVation gonna move out anyway. Couple of medivacs. Ton of Marauders and Marines. Looking for easy pickings.
INnoVation sneaking up that left side, but Zest does have an army in position to defend this newly warping in fourth base.
Sentries are a big deal, preventing the Colossus from being dived on.
I'm just a Marine. I'm not part of a larger group at
Marine
all.
Ever.
Yeah, I'm not dangerous.
Marine looks like he just got snapped by Thanos.
Yeah, a little drifting away in pieces of dust particles. Warp prism sneaking down the right side.
I don't feel so good.
Rocket 81 says he thinks INnoVation has this game. I think it's a little early to call it.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot early to call it.
Unless he made that call like 5 minutes ago, which I thought he did. INnoVation
Chat's moving that slow.
got a lot more siege tanks. Getting a fourth base on the way, so going for a push, but then also focusing on the macro a little bit. He's got some units at his third and a few Vikings, which should help shut down this Prism play from Zest.
Yeah, did manage to sneak in there, which is fantastic. But yeah, the Vikings popping out should help with that, no problem. Storm is going to be done here in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, the Storm is a big deal. Particularly the fact that Zest recalled the Prism to the fourth base. These units could be in big trouble if Zest pounces on this army and gets some good Storms. So many tanks for INnoVation, though.
Yeah, this is the most tanks I've seen in a TvP in a while. This is really nice from INnoVation.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that fourth base. All right, Zest is going to try to break it out with Storm. A bit of a whiff on that first one. Second one, nice dodge on the bio. The tanks are getting focused down and largely wiped out by Zest. And yeah, INnoVation in full retreat there. What a push.
Yeah, Zest getting the tanks is huge. He's now even microing the Colossus with his speedy Prism. INnoVation trying to stim to get the Colossus. He's got the Vikings to come in and help out now. Is a bit of his saving grace. Disruptor on the way for Zest, loving that, seeing as how INnoVation is getting to enhanced shockwaves, getting EMP. 2-2 on the way for INnoVation. And his fourth base has landed. This could be a very, very long TvP.
Yeah, both players able to hold off major attempts at destroying them from the other team. And that usually means we're going to move on to the late game here as Enhanced Shockwaves is finishing up. Zest is making DTs, well, a Dark Shrine anyway.
Okay, INnoVation does get a bit of a heads up that this army is coming. His PF isn't quite done. It's merely seconds away from finishing, but Zest decides to go in anyway. A Disruptor shooting out a Nova. Vikings hitting the Colossus. The PF stays alive. Another Disruptor goes out a bit early for Zest. INnoVation will try and push this army back home. One Psystorm goes down.
INnoVation pulling back to get healed up by his medevacs just a little bit. Maybe he should repair that planetary too, as long as he's here. And Zest unable to get it done. Good EMPs there for sure.
Yeah, no Liberators or tanks for INnoVation does make things a little bit scary. He doesn't really have anything solid to lock his army down. Disruptor goes out. INnoVation paying not enough attention. Takes a big shot. Focuses down the other Disruptor and is going to be able to get the already injured Colossus. This actually looks like an okay fight for INnoVation with the EMPs going down.
The way that it started with a direct Disruptor hit on all of his bio, it didn't seem that way, but then he's able to get on top of the Colossus, finish it off.
Yeah.
EMP's getting tossed down on all of those Immortals, too. Neither player wants to leave. Blinkstalker's blinking back, but yeah, Zest is in full retreat now. INnoVation has a small group of bio, but they are mean.
Yeah, the Protoss player has to retreat. He's got a few Disruptors coming in, but they are not firing out in time. Zest making a big mistake, not using those right away. They get picked off. And the Protoss player has to go all the way home to simply a few Disruptors and warping in gateway units. What a great hold from INnoVation.
Yeah, INnoVation says, hey, what's this? You don't have a giant army waiting for me back home? Fantastic. Disruptors are going to hold him off for just a little bit here. Two Disruptors can kind of hold off indefinitely, it feels like. EMP gets tossed down on the Disruptors. Everything dies. Is that it? Zest is not really microing anymore. Army at the front door, into the natural base, snipes off a Disruptor that was just produced. Yeah, Zest is getting some damage done down there on the other side of the map with some Zealots, but there is a standing army inside his natural base. If both of these robotics facilities go down, I really don't know what is going to happen here for Zest.
DT's warping in. INnoVation is able to take it and takes the lead in this best of 5. What a game number 3 between these players.
That was fantastic. If you had told me that game-ending push had started with INnoVation taking a direct Disruptor hit to his bio, and then he just turns it around, crushes the army, pushes all the way to the natural base, and wins, that was nuts. That was so good out of INnoVation.
What a great match between those players. I think INnoVation was just, or Zest was just a little bit too aggressive. But I understand him getting a Disruptor hit like that and saying, all right, now's my moment.
Agreed. No argument there. He thought he had it, but the EMPs came out steady and strong. Marines Marauders with medevac support, no remaining splash damage. That's a tough fight for any Protoss. That's a 2-1 lead there for INnoVation. He wants to make it to this grand final, do a best of 7 against a very scary Don Regu right now. Gotta say, I would not say no to that particular matchup. I also would not say no to Don Regu versus Zest. I think that'd be a ton of fun as well.
Yeah,
so
today,
you guys win, no matter what happens. It's a win for everyone.
Yes, we are all winners when it comes to this good level of StarCraft 2.
Be sure to use that coupon code too, AW48, at the Match Arena link above you in the chat there. It's your way to throw free 50 cents at these players and increase the prize pool. There's a lot of you watching right now, and if everybody in there did the 50 cents, that would increase the prize pool by quite a bit.
Yeah, we should be able to use all those coupon codes, no problem. Anyway, seeing as how he's up to no good, we've got INnoVation in the top left-hand side of the map. This time, he's going for the proxy for real.
It is time. And it's Zest, other side here. Played a good game. Couldn't quite come out on top in the end.
No, I think that is one of the weaker parts of Zest's play, that he would overcommit in a situation like that. Not all Protosses would. Some would pull back. They'd, I don't know, throw up an extra base. But Zest is like, you know what? You must die.
I like it. I'm a fan of You Must Die.
You must die type play.
Mm-hmm.
Probe runs up for Zest. He's looking at this probe actively. Runs to the mineral line of INnoVation, and then there's going to be that record scratch. Wait a second.
Nothing again. INnoVation, you scamp.
Oh, you little scoundrel.
He's checking all over the natural of INnoVation, looking for that barracks. He's not going to find it. I don't know how I feel about that expansion timing, to be honest, but we'll see if it works out.
I think it's pretty normal to not get thrown off by, like, the fake proxy Reaper. Because you just get the Cyber Core before, you make the Zealot to deal with the Reaper, and then you Chrono Boost out the Stalker, whatever comes next. I think it's a pretty standard response to that.
Yeah, fair enough. To die or not to die, that is the question, says Rocket81. This poor Zealot, his job is to chase the Reaper around at a mild speed walk.
The Zealot really does try his best, but in the end, wait, did the grenade kill those probes or something? Or was there... Like, I didn't see the Reaper shoot those probes, but then they died.
The Reaper has one kill. What killed the other one?
Did Zest kill one of his own probes?
He must have.
I know there's other
the second
things
Reaper's
going
just
on.
showing up.
Yeah.
He wasn't here.
Oh, Reapers
Yeah, he
do
must
dupe
have.
Zest, though.
Ouch. Jukes right around. That Reaper is dead, but 3 probes down at this stage of the game is not great.
Good
Ooh.
surround to save one more, but that is quite painful for Zest.
That was a really nice surround by those probes.
Yeah, I'm going to be baffled by that extra probe dying. Maybe Zest like accidentally clicked on his own or something with the 2 injured probes and 1 killed another. I don't know.
It must have been, because it wasn't the Zealot.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Zest decides not actually to keep pushing. He's now got to try and deal with this Hellion in his main base. This is just a very sour opening for the Protoss player. Losing another 2 probes. INnoVation did delay his CC to do this, but as you've said time and time again, Terrans have no problem macroing after their cheese.
Yep. So just do it, Terrans.
They make their mac and cheese.
Underdog in chat. Zest, how to win the GSL versus Inno and Maru? Oof. Good question.
That is a tall order with how INnoVation is, how INnoVation is playing right now.
And Maru.
Oracle is on the way for Zest. He doesn't have a Chrono Boost yet to help with that, and I believe INnoVation spotted the Stargate too. No, he actually didn't. So
Wow.
INnoVation is unaware.
That's amazing. Those Reapers were deep in there.
Oh, Zest, you gotta be careful though. Double siege tank. Oh no. Okay, he gets away, only losing 1 Stalker. That is lucky.
But 2 of them are insanely injured and not going to be much
You know
use
what?
in future fights.
Better red than dead.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Okay. Twilight Council on the way for Zest, so he is going to have to follow that Stargate play. But man, INnoVation's already halfway to Stim Pack. We are going to need to see something amazing for Zest. He's going to try and get SCVs, but Oracles are not the SCV killing machines that they used to be. Still, we'll get 3, maybe 4 SCVs.
Key in chat calls you out for making a bad pun about the mac and cheese.
Oh, thank you, Aki.
He's here for you. Zest coming in from multiple angles there.
I do like how Zest is adding on another Oracle. Going up to 3, this is the amount you need to one-shot SCVs, and it can quickly turn things around on a Terran. Particularly if that Terran doesn't have enough Marines. Like, there's a... there's a Cyclone, though. That's enough to stop the Oracles pouncing on this. Charge,
Yes,
though!
is.
Oh, no, 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 no! Ah, that's painful for Zest.
That's an important Oracle.
Mm-hmm. Charge is on the way for Zest, though. And one of the best ways to shut down a push like this, I do believe, is a big round of charge lots, say connecting with the tanks. Oh, no. Oh, Zest. Oh, no. Oh, that is disastrous.
Rest in peace, Oracle.
Yeah, that is so, so bad. INnoVation scans, sees the charge lots.
Is there a visual indicator for when charge lots are charge lots?
No, but the fact that there's 6 zealots kind of puts
The
puts
indicator
the
is there are
warning out,
12
you're like,
of them. Yeah, charge lots not bad. They will chase you down. They will kill your tanks.
Yeah,
They
like the
will jump
tanks
on
just
top of
get
your
wrecked.
marines.
It's going to be close whether Zest can hold on. He's got his couple stalkers on the high ground. INnoVation lost 3 of his siege tanks. Zest, though, warping in 5 more charge lots. Oracle tossing down a stasis ward from Zest. Gets a nice connection. Seeing as how Zest was supposed to get a lot more counter damage done with 3 oracles, getting at least that stasis off is quite nice for him. He's going to keep pushing INnoVation. Will have to end up retreating, however, and he is only on 2 bases, so this can be a little bit scary. For Zest, I mean, he will need something to follow this up, and it looks like his choice is 2-base Size Storm with +1 attack.
I support this very much. There's a lot of Marines out there. Storm loves those guys a lot.
Yeah, Zest also throwing up a Robo, definitely going to be to keep these Templars in the Prism. Great comeback mechanic for a Protoss of his level.
Try to keep them alive.
Mm-hmm. INnoVation building a 3rd CC. Zest's Oracle is flying around, but lacks the energy to do anything about that building starport. Getting a timing on it is good for Zest, though.
Alright, so Zest is okay. I gotta say, man, look how many shots it takes from a High Templar to kill a Marine.
That Marine is
nuts.
embarrassed. He didn't die from the attack of those High Templar, he died from embarrassment.
It was like 10 attacks, and that Marine did not die. It is nothing. So funny. Yeah, but Zest getting a 3rd base. His Storm is done. He's getting Blink. He's getting a Warp Prism. He's doing all the stuff he needs to here, and INnoVation kind of just sitting back. Ghost Academy, just about done.
Yeah, is Zest just planning a big attack? That would be a very Zest thing to do. Once he has a Prism, though, he can drop those High Templar and Psystorm. And INnoVation's moving out to take a 3rd base. Oh, is Zest the smartest man alive?
Yes. Unequivocally.
How well will INnoVation spread his tanks? How prepared will he be? Because there's also Archons in the mix of this. And Archons are so tanky against siege tanks. Like, they do such a good job. INnoVation doesn't really know about this attack either. This could be all Zest needs to win this game, to tie this series up. Oracle pulling some of INnoVation's Marines out of position. Zest is going to decide to go in just from one direction. Psystorm lands. There's the first Psystorm. Prism alive. More Psystorm being dropped. Not the best connections in the world, but more charge lots are being warped in. Zest can also make these Templar into more Archons, and the army of INnoVation has just melted. There is not enough bio to deal with these 3 Archons. GG, Zest
great.
ties it up.
Oh! Yeah, it really felt like he was mostly targeting the tanks. So he was drawing the bio away from the siege tanks so he could take them out. And the siege tanks died very, very quickly there. And then from that point, the bio wasn't as hard to handle. He had more storms ready to go. What a gutsy push and well executed by Zest to force a game number 5 here.
Oh, what a great match indeed. We're not necessarily seeing a ton of back and forth between these players. There's been like a few just like kind of instant wins with very decisive builds, but that is a very important part of StarCraft too. Like Zest just showing us his killer instinct, like this is how you kill a Terran, like INnoVation.
Gotta find a bit of a weak moment when he's moving out to expand, and then you strike.
Yeah, Zest just goes right for the throat punch to INnoVation. And he just drops like a sack of potatoes.
A handsome sack of potatoes.
A very handsome sack of potatoes, yes.
So we're on Zen.
Okay. 2-2. Here we have the Protoss who just tied it up. It's Zest.
And in the bottom left, he doesn't want to die here. It's INnoVation.
Thanks so much to everyone for tuning into this Africa World event. It has been a pleasure continuously casting Starcraft over here on Africa. And we're glad you guys are watching some Starcraft with us while staying home. Now, Zen is the oddball map in the pool.
Is it?
I mean, Golden Wall's a little odd.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happened to Golden Wall?
I don't know. I feel like Zen's more off-putting than any of them.
Okay, explain why. Like, I understand the reasons Golden Wall is considered weird, but...
I don't... See, okay, Golden Wall's become more normal to me, though. Just seeing the way that players start to expand on it.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty normal for a player just to move out and take a third base on it. With relative ease, and... the expand
well, and sometimes it's that gold base, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, any map with a gold base, though. Zen, though, it's kind of odd, the mineral pathing through the center of the map, which units are constantly getting caught on. Then the ramp at the natural. Then just the space off to the side here. It's quite an odd map.
That's fair.
Reaper moving out for INnoVation. Marine on the way, Factory on the way. It is a normal expo play from the Terran player.
Yep. Zest telling the same story over on his side of it. Got an Adept out. Here to deal with this Scouter. Maybe to deal with the Reaper. Nice KD8 charge. Catches like 6 probes there.
Reaper wants to get out. Does indeed. That says curses. Reaper jumps back in. It's a hard life being an Adept. There's the Twilight Council, going to be Blink once again from Zest. I do like this choice. You do have to be careful, though, as tank pushes from Terran can absolutely be lethal on this map. With all the choke points and such, similar to Eternal Empire.
Yeah, so many choke points. This little easy hop up on the left side is very weird, that's fair.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know that 2 3-hex Protoss buildings wouldn't be enough to block that. So I guess you need to, when you do it, you need to put the pylon here and then those. Today
sure looks like it. We'll see if that's enough.
In reality, this is just a super aggressive Reaper. With an extra jetpack. INnoVation made Hellions. And Zest doesn't have a full wall. He's got a sentry, but there's multiple paths for this to enter. How's the force field? It is pretty good. The Hellion pathing kind of messes up a little bit, and Zest does get a pylon up as well to help wall off. Great response from Zest. The Reaper, though...
Who's back?
Such a pain. Zest, good save. Saves at least one more probe. INnoVation sneaks in with the Hellion. Zest didn't have a pylon at that location, though.
Those are YOLO Hellions riding in there.
Those were some YOLO Hellions indeed. And is Zest ready for the next phase of INnoVation's aggression? It's going to be...
He's got an observer on the way, so he's about as ready as he can be, I think.
Yeah.
So are we assuming that left side is not walled off? That's where the Reaper came from, right?
Yeah, the Reaper can jump up here, I believe. And it wasn't walled off there either. Banshee now going to come in. Cloak is just about finished up. The first observer is out, and it turns around right away. Oh, that is so good for Zest.
Yeah, that was fantastic timing. Bit of luck there, a bit of game sense, bit of skill.
Forge on the way now for Zest. Get his +1 going. He's got that third base up. Timed very nicely. INnoVation's tank, I'm guessing, was shift queued, but kind of wall. I don't know. That is an odd place for a tank to hang out, but you know.
Yeah. Very odd.
Raven on the way. Triple shield battery from Zest. Saying, I don't like Banshees showing up at odd times.
INnoVation pretty comfortably just sitting on these two bases. He'll be expanding soon. Zest doesn't seem to be really in a position to push that at all. Nice hallucinated Phoenix getting a perfect scout on everything before it dies. Oh, and it gets out too. What control by Zest?
Just flexing.
Yeah. Is that Banshee cloaked? Why are you cloaked over here? Well, it's not anymore. Ran out of energy. Do like the Raven, too. Anti-armor missile always good against Protoss. Haven't seen it in the first few games today, but could make an appearance here today for sure.
Yeah, that spell can look really strong at times.
And Zest getting that Storm, starting it up. You don't want to skip it as Protoss against a Terran. Unless they're doing some weird mech thing, in which case maybe.
Yeah, Psystorm's good against everything.
It's not bad. Not a waste of time. Stalkers just knocked down this front door. Don't mind us. We're just killing supply depots. And does supply block INnoVation.
Nicely done.
That's annoying. 3 supply depots already in production. It's like he knew it was going to happen. Charge finishing up there on the right side. Concussive shells and combat shield coming in. And INnoVation, this is more than a push out. This is a push towards the Protoss player.
Yeah.
And Storm it will be done by the time these guys show up. So this is going to be an interesting battle of Storm versus anti-armor missile. What can get focused down here?
That's
nice
a benefit
pick off
of
on the Observer.
Yeah, that's a nice benefit of the Raven.
Yeah.
The Raven can also
Ravens more
get
often.
an interference matrix on the Warp Prism, which can be huge
Ooh.
if that just gets shut down.
That just locks out all the High Templar from the battle.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's sexy. That's great. All right, INnoVation. Why does he think there's a base up there?
No, but there's
Is he just going
a lot
to
of
set up
production.
and that is? Oh my gosh!
He's
All
just
right,
dropping.
he's going.
Feedbacks on the medibacks is nice. The Raven comes in, gets feedback, though. That's suddenly not too helpful. INnoVation going to load the rest of the units into the main base of Zest. Zest is just counterattacking. What a start to the final game. Psystorm massacring SCVs. INnoVation has production to try and hold on, but man, this game quickly heated up. INnoVation knocking off Zest's production is massive in this situation.
Yeah, we're in full-on base race mode. There's nothing to stop either of these armies on either side of the map right now. INnoVation's trying to get his SCVs out of there, but the Storm and the Archons and the Stalkers finishing them off. Somehow Zest still has 63 probes, even though he's losing his main entirely here. All his warp gates are going down.
Yeah, the
Holy
production
crap.
dying for Zest hurts, whereas INnoVation kept his production alive, allowing him to close that supply gap a little bit. INnoVation made a couple of Liberators. Will the Stalkers take care of them swiftly?
Yep.
Yeah, as long as INnoVation kills off a few of these units, it will greatly help him in this base race, though. Oh my gosh.
The probe train!
That is a full screen of probes crossing the map.
We're zoomed out, too.
Yeah, where's that Widow Mine? When it hit that line. Oh my god.
INnoVation's fleeing. All of Zest's bases on the right side are under attack by INnoVation at the same time here.
67 dead SCVs this match.
So INnoVation needs to win. He cannot let Zest reestablish over here or he is toast.
Yeah, Zest keeping 61 probes alive is huge for him, and 61 probes in a final fight, if it comes down to it, will not be insignificant.
Nope. Normally you'd say, yeah, probes against Marines, Marauders, whatever, but 67 of them is pretty good.
There's so many probes. Oh boy, they're gonna start long distance mining. You don't want that, Zest. Turn those boys around.
INnoVation, he's got the same army value here as the Protoss does. He still has his Raven and actually has some energy now.
Zest has one High Templar. That could be massive, getting a feedback or a Psystorm. INnoVation is going to try and toss down an odd wall with his production. I mean, why not? Oh, the Raven gets picked off.
Oh, no.
That is not good at all. Zest has a Nexus still building. He can start to mine with these probes. INnoVation needs to win this game.
Now. I mean, he has landed a base there at the 9 o'clock position, so he has something, but that something is 5 SCVs.
Yeah, that is not enough.
Zest can afford to lose this, no problem. This is too patient, INnoVation. You gotta get in there.
Yeah, there's shield batteries and Psystorm, though.
Well, the longer this goes, the easier it is for Zest to win this game.
Yeah. Zest having another Nexus that built in the main. He's got this location here. He's throwing up extra gateways. He just needs to be able to make
INnoVation's expanding top
units.
left.
Oh, yeah, he's got another base.
Where do you get that one?
I guess he kept 2 orbitals alive. Oh, INnoVation loses a Marine. Every unit matters. Scans the Observer. That is really good for him. Zest can't remake any of those.
Oh, Stalker picked off. Any unit that dies here is good for either player. Does INnoVation know about that right side base? He does not.
He doesn't
he doesn't know about it.
If he did, that would be so good for him. I mean, he got this Nexus, but he's still sitting back home.
Oh no. He thinks all he has to do is handle this part of the map and he's got it. This is gonna be harder for you than you think,
INnoVation needs to be scouting everywhere out, and look at this. Zest just retreats. He's like, whatever. I've got gateways up. He can start going for warpins. And he's got a really, really good economy still. INnoVation, he'll shut down this main base. Oh, comical amount of probes run away.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, wait, what? How do you have so many probes?
But that's just the tip of the probe iceberg.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
45 to 12 workers. Dude, if INnoVation wins this being down 45 to 12 workers...
I mean, his army still isn't bad compared to Zest's.
No, it's bigger.
If he could get these Archons, that would be nice. And he really should be able to, but he sees the probes running away that Zest has, and he should know that there's another base.
He's using all of his energy for mules, which I can't blame him for.
No, you can't. Zest pushing out. He's got to be careful. INnoVation does still have a better army than him, I'd say.
Barely.
Yeah, INnoVation does have 1/1 upgrades too. I want to point that out. Oh, a Psystorm! The massive Psystorm goes down on INnoVation's army. The tank's not sieged. They will start getting some shots off, though, as they do quickly set up. Zest was out, and I don't think he needed to take this fight.
Dude, he just lost all of his Immortals. A bunch of SCVs died there, but I'm not sure that it matters. Army supply 42 to 32.
INnoVation knows about this base.
He found it!
Yeah, he found it. He needs to get on that location immediately.
Dude, INnoVation's gonna win this game. Are you kidding me?
Zest, I mean, Zest can warp in Zealots, though.
He can. But it's 2-basing it. 2-basing INnoVation. To be fair, Zest is now 2-basing. He's looking okay.
Yeah, Zest fighting without these Archons is a big deal, though.
What tech does he have?
I don't know.
Does Zest have?
What a game number 5.
Units? I think all he can make are gateway units.
Yeah.
It's not going to trade super well.
It is a lot of Zealots. INnoVation going to have to start cutting back. Zest recalled the 2 Archons. Oh, it's going to be so close. The Marines don't stand a chance against the Archons. They do finish them, but Zest takes it. Oh my gosh.
Wow! What a final battle there. Those Archons coming around from the back were so good.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Dude, all Zest had at the end of that game were 5 Zealots and 9 Stalkers. That was his entire army.
By gosh.
What a game 5. Rocket very magnanimously in chat throwing out the GG, even though his guy did not end up coming out on top.